this professor is absolutely right. I think he's talking about people like Drake Nasheed, about letting those ne'er-do-wells, for example, the Picklewood panic attack, stop letting people like that on, because they just slide the conversation to something else. And I know Drake Nasheed likes a good, we call a sparring match. You keep him in shape. You keep him in shape, we call it debate-wise, but these are not the proper sparring partners. Those people are so predictable. Like I predicted a long time ago about all these black towns they burnt down. The strategy they're going to use is they're going to say that we burnt them down. And they're going to have the most ridiculous reason why we burnt them down. One of the reasons I can think of, which they'll probably use, is, oh, the white people wanted to integrate with us and become business partners. And we hated it so much. Instead of packing up and leaving, taking everything with us, we decided to burn it down. I can see we took everything with us and then did scorched earth. But they said, we're so stupid. We didn't know how to do scorched earth. These guys are so predictable. And what really makes it so stupid they are. See, Tariq and this other dude, they play around too much. They're equivalent to guys in the ring that are throwing sloppy jabs. They know they're good, but, they're just throwing sloppy jabs because the guy sucks. Me, I'm Mike Tyson, a motherfucker, whether he's good or not. I just want him out of there. That's it. All he had to say was, yeah, the Jew did all that, but you were complicit in all activities. You come to court with clean hands, like Judge Joe Brown always says. You were complicit in all activities, so you should take responsibility in all activities, whether feast or famine. Quit being a bitch and take that L. You were happy with the
This goes out to all you alt-right people, Charlie Kirk, Ben Shapiro, all you retards, Myron Gans.
Now you want to check and try to point fingers? It's just like that white boy in the first 48. He said he didn't want to be black no more. He wanted to be white just like...
I'll play it
again.
again.
It's the same thing. It's in their nature. They're stool pigeons.
One more time for the people up top.
Those people are so predictable. Like I predicted a long time ago about all these black towns they burnt down. The strategy they're going to use is they're going to say that we burnt them down. And they're going to have the most ridiculous reason why we burnt them down. One of the reasons I can think of, which they'll probably use, is, oh, the white people wanted to integrate with us and become business partners. And we hated it so much. Instead of packing up and leaving, taking everything with us, we decided to burn it down. I can see we took everything with us and then did scorched earth. But they said, we're so stupid. We didn't know how to do scorched earth. These guys are so predictable. And what really makes it so stupid they are. See, Tariq and this other dude, they play around too much. They're equivalent to guys in the ring that are throwing sloppy jabs. They know they're good, but, they're just throwing sloppy jabs because the guy sucks. Me, I'm Mike Tyson, a motherfucker, whether he's good or not. I just want him out of there. That's it. All he had to say was, yeah, the Jew did all that, but you were complicit in all activities. You come to court with clean hands, like Judge Joe Brown always says. You were complicit in all activities, so you should take responsibility in all activities, whether feast or famine. Quit being a bitch and take that out. You happy with becoming rich, but then you find out, hey, the whole world is seeing what a piece of shit you are. Now you want to check and try to point fingers. It's just like that white boy in the first 48. He said he didn't want to be black no more. He wanted to be white. Just like this is the same thing. It's in their nature. They're stool pigeons.
And that's exactly what that piece of shit right here said. He said that black people burnt down their own towns. He said that black people burnt down their own. That's the lie they're going with. That's what they got next on the repertoire. We burnt down our own towns ourselves. We're such savages jumping around, throwing our feces. We burnt down our $1 million town. Oh my God. See, the problem is, you guys leave a snail trail. And you guys are going to be using the same tactic with everybody. And you're going to put yourself in what I call the deadly circle. You already put yourselves in the motherfucking deadly circle. Let me give you a demonstration what the deadly circle is. All right, I'm back. Can you believe it? This is an artifact producing Generation 10. They're not going to know what the fuck these are. It took me half an hour to find this. And I'm a son of an author. She always had pens and pencils. Now, you guess you're wondering, what the hell is the deadly circle? I told this before on Afro Elite's channel. What's the deadly circle? So here's the deadly circle. The white supremacists are putting themselves in, and they can't get out of it because they're pathological and stupid. So here's the deadly circle. See, this is them. W-S. Very easy. And this is everybody else, you see? This could be P and G. You know, Papua New Guinea. They also being fucked with. The same snail trail, like I said before. Domestic violence goes up. Literacy, education-wise, goes down. No jobs. The whole shebang. The usual. I bet they say the same thing about the people in PNG like they say about foundational black Americans. You go, this could be somebody else. They fucking with China. See? FBA. This is the deadly circle. Somebody else. Let's say, who's this going to be? Let's make it the Mexicans. See? M. Yes, and a whole host of others, in which they got a lot of enemies. Now you say, now this one communicates with this person. Say, I heard what they did to you. And they say, yes, they did that to me. Who did it to you? Boom. Boom. Hey, they did that to me too. Really? Who did it to you? Boom. They also fucked me. Really? Really? Yeah. Boom. Me too. Boom. Me too. Boom. Me too. Boom. Me too. Boom. Do 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 do. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Cow. That's the deadly circle. And they can't get the fuck out. No matter which land you're gonna run to, everybody knows you're a fuck up. You did it to yourself. So, blink, blink, bend over his little ass cheeks, and take it. You think there's not consequences? They think there's no consequence. You don't realize how sophisticated this universe is. These planets, they do communicate with each other with radio waves and all that shit. But you judge intelligence and all that shit by how a human acts, blood vessels and all that shit. And it ain't that. We call it the word is sentient beings. That's what they are. But, you're going to find out the hard way. Anyway, that's right there, the deadly circle. And the WS put themselves in that. Everybody's in agreement. And the way you got to look at that, it forms a fucking target. You put that on your back. You earned it. Congratulations. Everybody clap for them, kids. They earned it. They're like the bully in the class, running around, snatching people's shit. Then when the whole school gets fed up, then they're going to be in a corner crying when they get slapped upside the head. But first they're going to lie, and that's just going to exacerbate shit. The lying, the myth-truths. Don't believe what your eyes are seeing. You saw that Russian man slap that guy in the face for no fucking reason. Back in the day, if that happened in the 80s, white people would have been cheering for the black guys beating up the Russians because of the Cold War. But now, we see that white people don't have a dual allegiance. They have no allegiance now, especially the young millennials and the Z's, and pretty soon 1, 2, 3s. These guys I were fighting, they're like middle age. They're like 30-year-old. I guess they're millennials. They look like millennials. They're supposed to be the indigo children, but thanks to the U.S. government giving you all sorts of barbiturates and everything else, that kept you guys from becoming the indigo children. They took your powers away. You guys supposed to have the power of telekinesis. We call it telekinesis, moving objects, levitating, all that cool shit.
Those tethers are literally storming the beaches in Europe like it's D-Day. Ridiculous.
Yeah, check out that one. Those migrants are storming
they
it.
come over here and talk shit. No, they gots to go.
Mm-hmm.
Patricia Falal, whatever she's called, 74. She's definitely going to be working against FBAs and reparations. She does false equivalency. She's everything I can't stand. And this is the type of black woman brothers hate. This is the type of black woman I was talking about in my series, Divesting Ignorance 1 through 7. How come there are black women like this that are willing to destroy their own communities for some damn white dick? I see Filipino women dating outside their race all the time. They don't hate themselves and try to destroy their own fucking community. It's like it's ingrained and trained. Something I think it's in the DNA. She says stupid alt-right shit. A fucking young millennial or a Gen Z. I can't stand that generation. They don't research or do shit. And plus they try to argue with you. They'll argue with a Vietnam veteran, try to tell him what it's like to be in Vietnam. That's how they are. They're about shit they know nothing about and won't listen.
Let's check out this beach storming they're doing. Look at that shit.
This isn't Calais, where tensions with migrants are well
Fair
established.
use, fair use. Look at
Ouistreham
that.
is a sleepy fishing port 4 hours to the west, but it has 3 ferries a day to England, and that's why these young men are here. This isn't a one-off.
That is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And they come over here talking shit to us.
Every truck that passes through. They're mostly from
FBA,
Sudan, and almost
call
all
yourself
look like
thankful.
teenagers.
All the hard work paid off. Look at these
On the edge
losers.
of town, they sleep in the ditches.
They got
Police remove
nothing.
any tents they try to
Not even
pitch.
a brain of
Every
sense to know
morning,
how to
they
fix
wait
your
for the
shit.
trucks to arrive.
Losers. Absolute fucking losers. And then they have the nerve to talk shit about us when they come over here and call us dreamers and shit. Look at this. Storming the beaches. Like it's Normandy. Look at that. They're storming the beaches again in Europe. And they catching them on the shore and shit. It's embarrassing. Instead of catching fish, they catching niggas. Anybody got a knife so I can scale them and fillet them? If they taste good over a nice Chianti. They got North Africans. They got all I don't know. And then they come over here and talk shit to us. At least we got our shit together. We don't have to fucking jump off of boats. Only time we stormed Europe was in World War II for a good cause. Your asses were sitting on your asses. No, they were helping them. You should know Africans were helping the Nazis. So they got their punishment. More to come. God is issuing out punishments. There ain't people, oh, I don't believe it. God loves non-believers. Do you know that? God loves non-believers because they are the best at relaying his message. This piece of shit right here constantly talk about black Americans and everything. I said, dude, it was black Americans that taken and liberated your asses during World War II from the Nazis. You damn guinea. And you talking shit. That's why there are a lot of black people right now are retiring and are not enlisting in the armed forces anymore because they see the grandsons or great-grandsons talking about the service and sacrifice of FBAs going over to Europe, in which we didn't get nothing, but maybe a couple of nasty, hairy-legged Italian woman drawers and some lightly flavored food and nothing else. Came back to a segregated nation. Now, the grandsons, the great-grandchildren, are talking shit to us, saying we didn't need your fucking help. So they just flicked off the Harlem Hellfighters, the Red Tails, the Black Panther Tank Battalion. Yeah, no more service. But of course, this government trying to make it so they're trying to force us in. Because this government figured out, wait a minute. Out of all the diaspora, these black people here, at 13% did all that. All the rest, the black people at the diaspora, from Central and South America to the Caribbean. Only time when the Caribbeans came is to fix everything, and then they got suckered, the Windbush. But then we want them to get their compensation. But meanwhile, the same Windbush people don't want us to get our reparations, which is fucked up. Which is why the continent of Africa is the way it is. Nobody can get shit together. Because one person thinks the other person is going to get a come up. If one gets a come up, you all get a come up. That's what made Egypt Still the gold standard. It's like I got my hand over my heart. And that's my ancestors right there. You guys will never get your shit together, like, ever. What made Egypt great? Because they had different people trying to invade them. And that builds a different mindset. Instead of thinking for the moment, they got to think many years down the road, what if this asshole comes, that asshole comes, the Phoenicians, these people, whoever. So you got to develop different battle tactics for different types of people. That develops a different type of mind. People on the west coast of Africa, they didn't have to do shit. They sat there in peace and they just basically fought each other until it was too late when the Arabs and the Europeans